this. So there's a little tab at the bottom that says chat, and you can send your message to everyone or just me. I highly recommend that you send it to everyone. If you guys can keep your noise level in the background down or mute yourself. And if you're having connectivity problems, just type your question and I will try to get to it. So what I'm going to do first is just kind of give you an overview. Jordan was actually asking for this the other night, and we did go through it a bit. So Gordon, I think this will help you a lot as well, sort of seeing the big picture, because you kind of disqualified yourself from my One Comma Club machine program with the list talk. And so I wanted to address your concern about burning through your list. Paul and I talked about the same thing yesterday. Yes, Paul? He's
yep.
muted. Yeah, we talked about not wanting to burn through your list and how to minimize burning through your list, because I had that same fear. So I had a list. Some people don't.
And that was me on the burning through the list.
Yeah, Gordon, it was you burning through the list, but Paul actually brought it up as well, and I had the same concern as well. So that's why I wanted to hop on a call as well, because you didn't jump into the One Comma Club machine program because of your fear of burning through your list. You wanted to save that for something, and I've said the exact same words, and I totally get it. I had the exact same fear. So I'm going to map out to you kind of what I've been up to, and then you guys can type questions, or if you think of them, ask them directly. I'm more visual, just, I don't know what it is, whatever, we're all visual. So typing them and then asking them is helpful. You're frustrated trying to do a video, but trying again today. Your video, by the way, Carol, was epic. That contest that I put out for the $5,000 package, I'm gonna redo that video, but your video for it was awesome. I saw your entry, it was awesome. So thank you for that. We're getting entries, so keep doing that. You guys can win a lot of stuff. I have hired a VA, as Paul knows, because he requested something that I don't want to do. And so we're trying to just find ways for you guys to move faster. So here's kind of what we've been up to. And if you're not already in the Brunson Stack Army group, which is currently named Fire in Your Belly Money Making Machines, then you can request to get in the group, and it's free for now. And so that's the first step, I would say. So first is get into the Brunson Stack Army, which is currently called Fire in Your Belly. This is backwards for you, isn't it?
Nope.
No?
No, it's clear. It's clear.
Okay. So right now, I've kind of renamed it the Brunson Stack Army, because once you stack, you never go back, and I have new details on this. It's right now called Fire in Your Belly Money Making Machines if you wanted to search it, but I can just add you. It is a free Facebook group, and in there we are discussing how to move your business online, and it couldn't be more timely that I'm running a group for this. Yeah,
absolutely.
It's like, honestly, if you have an interest in building your business online, it couldn't be a better time. So what I've tried to do over the past 3.5 months serving my community, try to figure out how I can help you guys move faster with the least learning curve, without taking, 100 courses, without all the courses, right? I've taken like 4 years of courses on this, and especially the past 9, 10 months, right? Without 100 courses, the shortest path with the least resistance and the least software, right? So that's what I've been working on. And right now, the best, easiest thing that you can do is my Earn While You Learn program. While You Learn, it is in the Facebook group and on my pages, but I know it's kind of hard to find, so I'm going to put this into a unit section. So a lot of people are asking me for that. That's not right. So Earn While You Learn is basically this. This is the overview, and I'm going to film this today. I cannot draw a book today. Hilarious. I had a book up here, didn't I? Oh, I see. So some people are in the perpetual mode of taking courses. Anyone relate?
I can.
Yeah, just course after course after course. Yeah, right? Yeah, totally. So I developed this course, and basically this course strategy is to post, i.e. publish on your pages, whatever you've got right now, attract your tribe, repel the people who don't want to be involved in what you're doing, and then take those people and put them into a Facebook group, which is exactly what I'm doing with you guys, if you hadn't noticed. I drink my own Kool-Aid, as they say. So basically, you're gonna post on your page, right? The strategy is you're gonna publish on your page, you're gonna invite people, i.e. the CTA is to join your Facebook group, and you're gonna publish here your stories, and I have specific ways to tell your stories, and you're gonna do your frameworks. And what a framework is just my 3-step method to go online, my 3-step method to build immunity, my 3-step method to prevent eating when you start working out, my 3-step method to making a healthy meal. Like, do you see what I'm saying? Is that clear?
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah, very clear.
Yeah, that's frameworks or your stories. Hey, this is how I got involved in physical therapy. I was massaging my dad when I was 8, even though I didn't want to because it was gross and he wanted me to massage his feet, which was weird. And every time I massaged his baby toe, I would tell him it was broken. And my dad would say, Keren, my toe isn't broken. I'd know if it was broken. And I said, look, this one moves and this one doesn't. And then I started making that toe move and his nose started pouring snot. And I was like, that's disgusting, because I was 8. And he was like, that's amazing. Why does my toe make my nose run every time? And I started getting curious about the body and how it worked. Because I heard the song, you know, your neck bone's connected to your, you know, that song, right? But I was like, how is your your toe connected to your nose? And that got me first interested in healthcare. Honestly, that's what we call the origin story. If you're further down the road with me, Paul and Jordan. For those people who aren't as further down the road with me, you have no idea what the origin story means, but that's kind of the origin story of how I started my health clinic. Make sense? I just got real curious because I was like, how does that happen? It's weird. Super weird. But in my 8-year-old mind, it was super weird, right? And then your Epiphany Bridge stories are the other things that you're going to post. An Epiphany Bridge story would be something like, you know what, I don't want to go deep into that. It's a long process, but just, okay, so in my supplement company, I was trying everything: medical, doctors, injections, medicine, surgeries. My kids were blowing up with huge allergies, huge immunity issues, and I didn't know where else to turn. I spent $100,000 on homeopathics. Terrible time in my life. Couldn't travel, couldn't go anywhere. We had cold and flu season all year round. It was 24/7. You know, Dave would get it, Nick would get it, Zach would get it, I would get it. Dave would get it, Nick would get it, Zach would get it, I would get it. Like all year. Until one of my friends introduced me to a whole food supplement as opposed to a multivitamin, and it started fixing our gut, and that stopped the allergic reactions and the immune response. And I was like, oh my God, I don't do multivitamins anymore that turn my pee electric. I do a whole food supplement. Food is the way, but I've been eating crap. Shit. Sorry, I didn't mean to swear, but like, shoot, you know? Like, I didn't know. That was my epiphany. That was my epiphany. I didn't know what I didn't know until I knew it, I always say, right? That's one of my things. So that was my epiphany about supplements in the supplement world. So that's an epiphany story. It brings it's a very condensed version, but it brings that person.
Hey, Chalumba, would you please mute yourself?
I can mute him, yeah.
Thanks.
Weird. Yep. Is that better? There we go. So that was my epiphany. Oh, you can just chat in there. There's an epiphany for me of coming out of multivitamins and homeopathics. And I'm not saying they're bad. I'm just saying they didn't work for me. And then I tested, because I run tests on everything in my world, 100 people, and go figure, the whole food supplement made a huge difference where multivitamins and homeopathics didn't for my people. Make sense? Give me a thumbs up if that makes sense. Cool. So that's Epiphany Bridge story. So then I would tell those stories on my Facebook page, and then I would go into my Facebook group and I would teach the tactics. What does that mean? What is the supplement? Where do I get it? How much does it cost? All the what we call follow-up problems. So Paul and Jordan, you'll know all about follow-up problems. The rest of you might not have heard of that yet if you haven't done the OFA. And the follow-up problems are, my dad. So he had this problem with his arm. He couldn't move his shoulder, right? And he's like, I did all my physical therapy things on it and he could move freely. And he's like, let's do all those physical therapy things on my knee and my other knee and my hip and my other shoulder. And I was like, or we could fix the fishbowl that's causing all the inflammation in your body and causing you to steal nutrients from your joints and bones. And he's like, how do you do that? And I was like, we can start with your supplement regime, the foundational 5 supplements that all holistic nutritionists across North America recommend. We can start there. And it's a simple, easy, actionable thing for you to do as opposed to changing your whole diet and fixing the internal thing, which is obviously a very hot topic right now. And now he's open to listening, right? Or before he was like, I'm not going to do any of that, right? He's like, I'm not going to change the whole way I eat. And you're the daughter who could ruin any meal and blah, 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 right? So that's what I'm doing here is teaching the tactics, which is if you're in my Brunson Stack Army, you've seen me do this. You can go back and look. Carol, I know you've been following a lot of the stuff. You've seen this. Paul, you've seen this. Jordan, you've seen this. Gordon, you may not have. And Chilumba, you're new. So basically what I do is I go live on my Facebook page. Then I teach the tactics in my Facebook group. That helps me build assets, right? So right now I'm doing it for free, but I'm building assets. You guys know this. I don't get on anything. Listen to me right now, write this down. I don't do anything for free right now unless I'm building an asset to use later, i.e. a digital asset. You've seen that I've posted calls, one-on-one calls that I've done with other people on my pages as well. Those are all what we call lead magnets for my next project. Understand? Any questions about that? Let me check the chat here. Follow-up problems for pottery is having me stuck. Materials firing when I'm closed and I'm 66 and immune compromised. Yes, okay. So follow-up problems, the only way, here's a big aha. Let me go back to this for 1 sec. This is so good. I was on a coaching call with Russell Brunson's top funnel builder the other day, and his team anyway, and I had a huge epiphany about this. So Carol, here's my answer to you. I don't know the answer for you because I'm not in pottery, but here's what I do know. Your target audience will tell you. So this is I don't know if I have a cleaner one. I have a very distinct map that I go through. Here we go. Here's a cleaner one. So when I was in He Who Should Not Be Named program, Gordon, you know who I'm talking about. He Who Should Not Be Named. Paul, you know who I'm talking about. Jordan, you know who I'm talking about. So this big guru sold us on selling our dream and selling our message and making a course, okay? And so what I did was I spun for 2 years and made a whole bunch of courses. And here's what I made. In business, I made the Clone Yourself instruction manual. I made the Fast Track Rapport. Hey, Gordon, did you watch the Fast Track Rapport videos? Oh, I can't hear you. You got to unmute yourself. Here, I unmuted you. Oh, I can't hear you.
Is he still in?
I can't hear you. Maybe
Mute. Yeah, I watched these, the 6 really nice short videos. I like short and succinct, very clear. I think I missed the one on puzzle from what I can tell, but I got the gist that the 6 Ps, very, very nicely done.
Awesome. Something you can use from it. It was the Fast Track Rapport, 6 Ps to tantalizing talk or something like that. I forget what it was called.
No, I forget what it was called as
but
well.
Whatever.
I wasn't paying that much. I should have paid more attention. But what I realized, what I got out of it was sequencing is quite cool, right? Just sequencing, telling people what's coming and stuff is cool on a video. Yeah.
So that's actually a question you asked. How do I get peeps into my group? Is it a business page? If you go back and look what I've been doing, I do a video, I tell a story, then I do a CTA at the end. It's very soft. It's like, hey, if you want to know more, get in the Brunson Stack Army, because once you stack, you never go back. Be the change you wish to see in this world, because if not you, then who? And apparently I've been saying it's on like Donkey Kong lately.
So that's soft,
Wow.
is it?
Well, it's like, you're not selling them, right? Like I had feedback from someone saying, I feel like you're selling me on every post. I was like, I'm just inviting you to a group that's free for more information. So if you feel like you're being
But
sold,
I think that is, I know, but I think it is a bit of a sale.
of course it is, but your job is to be the person who stands up for people's transformation. Your job is to give them the next step to work with you. If you don't give them the next step, people will not intuitively ask you. You need to tell them what the next step is. If you like what you're hearing, if you like my story, if you like my framework for this, you're going to like a whole bunch of other stuff that I'm doing. Come join my Facebook group. It's free for now, and learn more, right? So I've done the story, I've done the thing, and then I'm going to go in my group deeper and teach tactics on this. Jordan and Paul, you've seen this a lot. I go out and then I'm like, here's why I did this. Here's why when you want to get on a strategy session with me one-on-one, I make you jump through hoops, even though it's free. This is what, like all this stuff, they're like, oh, that's smart. Oh, that's brilliant. Oh, it's the methodology behind what I'm doing. People want to know why I have 10 routine rituals from the UFC fighters that I keep in the octagon. Why those 10, right? Why do those people, so if I teach the routine rituals on my Facebook page, here's the 10 steps to keep yourself healthy and the things that you should be doing consistently. I haven't posted that one. I'm just saying as an example. And then I would go into the group and teach it more in depth as I go. Cool? Carol, why can't we do an OFA funnel? Oh, you can. The problems with the OFA funnel is this. Once I started learning the core funnels, which Paul, you're jumping on the VF hack calls now, you'll go through the 10 funnels and you'll spend 3 hours a day, twice a day. I was in there for 2.5 weeks. I don't want you to have to go through that pain. It's long, it's extensive, and it's painful. But I learned the 10 core funnels, and the OFA funnel is at the bottom. It's what we call a lead gen funnel. It's way down here at the bottom in your value ladder. If you know what a value ladder is, if you don't, get in the group and you'll learn that. So if you are promoting a low funnel, i.e. a free plus book offer, any low ticket offer to incentivize them to go up your value ladder, you need, one, a lot of leads, like a big list. You need a huge following, or you need lots of Facebook ad spend. So if you have a huge list, if you have lots of followers, or if you have huge ad spend, then go ahead and promote a low ticket, low value ladder option. Otherwise, you're going to jump to the mid-tier option, which is what I'm teaching the One Comma Club group to do, which is a beta program, and I'm going to show you that in a sec. So I just want to show you this. So I developed in He Who Should Not Be Named programmed the Clone Yourself instruction manual, the fast track rapport, the 7 steps to get done, the fire in your belly money-making machines automation, and the storyboard to success roadmap. All this, while I built it, I wondered in my head, is it good enough? Will anyone buy it? Is my content good? Should I be creating this? Why am I wasting my time doing this? Does my story matter? Does this project matter? Does what I'm creating matter? Will anyone pay for it? All these questions, right? And so then I started the group. The strategy was take a Facebook page, take your personal page, take whatever you have, and then lead them into a Facebook group and then start asking them questions. And you guys know I've been hustling on that for the past 3.5 months. And out of that, I was like, do this to get here. And they're like, but, I don't know how to do that. So then I created the Earn While You Learn program. Then I created the Landing Page in a Day program. Then I created the One Comma Club, which is $1,000 in a week program. So all this stuff that I've created since serving my community was not there before. And I'm not saying I'm not going to use this other stuff that I have to link up for offer stacks. I'm just saying I didn't know, Carol, what people wanted until I got people with like interests in a group and asked them. Now we're running a program called the One Comma Club Machine right now, in which we have 9 people going through this program. The goal is to earn your first $1,000 online in a week. So I had this product landing page in a day. Paul went through it, and I'm using you guys as guinea pigs, right? Like, You know this. If you know me, you're going to be an experiment for something. That's just the way I roll. And so I'm doing it for free right now because it's an experiment and I'm making mistakes and I'm learning and I'm going on. Chalumba's laughing at me. So here's what we do is I had this product, right? The OFA, right? And then I had this product landing page in a day. And now everyone's like, I want to move my business online. I'm like, this is not fast enough. This is not helpful. The OFA is 35 hours and nobody gets their funnel up and running after. So let's do one comma club machine with the goal of getting your end to end product launched and online, right? The goal is 3 days setup, but we're still testing it to see how long it will actually take, and 1 week conversion. If you know my story, I paid $100,000 to a bigwig to basically do that for me. And it sucked, right? If you guys know, I spent $170K. I was running $3K in software. I was running $900 per month in Facebook ads. This is per month. And I got two, count them, $17 sales on my first funnel. My ROI on $205,000 was $17, $36, whatever. I was like, well, this is wrong. And then I went down a rabbit hole of learning funnels. I joke I had like a Russell Brunson baby, but I feel like I had a Stephen Larson baby, a Russell Brunson baby, and a Jim Edwards baby all at the same time. If you don't know who those guys are, you will. And Chalumba, I love that you love my style. I don't know what that means, but I love that you love it. So basically, what I'm teaching people to do in this time of need is serve for free. For free. I understand it's not ideal right now to serve for free. If you have served for free, then you can move on to this. So if you have a list, if you have an existing company, if you have an existing product, you can run your beta program right now, sell a course by learning what people want. If you don't have a list, you have to go back to here. So Gordon, you're not going to burn through your list right now. This was the epiphany I had. I'm not going to burn through my list right now because I have two niches. For all of you that have been following me, it is confusing and I'm cleaning it up right now with a VA, but I have two niches. I serve healthcare and I serve business. And so my people are like, I don't know what to say. Well, guess what? Coronavirus allowed me to merge these two. I can send to my entire list right now my upcoming beta program. I'm using my own format. I'm drinking my own Kool-Aid, you guys. I developed this program so I could send it out to my list. And in the same time, which is what I've been promising you guys all along, is that I'm showing you how I'm getting to where I'm getting to. This is exactly, I'm following my own format. This is my own map that I created, right? Using amazing tools from amazing leaders. So this is how I'm going to launch my two next programs. One program will be this, right? You know, if you're in it, Paul, I'm using you as my success stories that's going to go in that book.
Good.
Right? That's the whole idea, so that we can go change some lives. And I'm also using it to launch my next program to my clients who I ran a physical therapy clinic, can't come to my physical therapy clinic right now. How to manage your pain, injuries, tightness, range of motion, and rebuilding, and what you should do in each of those flows. So I've dealt with systemic issues. I've dealt with all kinds of stuff, but pain is something that people typically go to body workers for. Couldn't be a better time for me to launch that right now. Yeah, guys? Couldn't be a better time. So I'm creating this. I'm using you guys to find out where all the holes are. And then I'm going to use it in the next 3 days, because the goal is that we get to $1,000 in a week by the end of the month, right? Quickly. I'm using my own method to launch my own two programs. Are you with me?
I've got a question for you.
Yeah, so I just want to make sure that that is clear. I pulled out pieces and made pieces, but this I'm also testing. Before you ask your question, Jordan, I'm testing 3 groups right now, and I wanted to make this clear as well. I'm testing the people who have done the OFA. I'm testing people who have not completed the OFA but have started it. And I'm testing people who have completed the OFA but have not got their first $1,000 online. Also, I'm using it for, I'm I'm using it for people who want to test their offers. So OFA people, or people that want to go online for the first time. And so most of the time, what happens is when you want to launch an online business, it takes like 90 days to test your offer. Yep, that just. So a lot of people, a lot of friends of mine are wealthy. They're doing a lot of great things, and they have no idea how to test offers quickly. So I discovered that this is going to help them do that. We'll have to fix that later. All right, questions. That's kind of what's going down right now. That's my overview. And I do have videos already on the One Comma Club machine. So if you think that you're ready to jump in, which Gordon, I think you are, I think you're just disqualifying yourself. But Jordan, shoot with your question.
I'm going to be doing the OFA for a while, and I'm thinking about doing his funnel just because I want the challenge of it, even though I might not use it long term.
Sure. So if you have time and lots of money, go for it. Like I said, if you have a huge list, if you have a huge following, or you have lots of money, build the OFA funnel because it's a lead gen funnel. And it's not meant for people who don't have a back end. What I came in with and said was, if you don't have a business and you need money now, which a lot of people do, if you don't and you're comfortable, no worries. But if you are not comfortable and you need money now, what I'm teaching people to do is come through the value ladder and start with a mid-tier product and build out your front end stuff later once you have a following. Right? Like you guys don't know this yet, but I have about 12 different things that I've been filming as a lead gen for the One Comma Club program. So I'm going to teach you all about campaigning later. Yeah, I can give you some examples, but this is the map, and this is the landing page in a day program, which I scrapped, and this is the One Comma Club in a week program. And I've got storyboard after that, right? But basically everything over here is free. So once I learned about campaigning and all the stuff that goes behind a funnel, I was like, oh, this is why I have to pick one niche. I can't be in two niches. I'm not saying peace, but I love peace too. I can't be in two niches, right?
You know why I'm saying that is just because I get stuck a lot. And the reason that I like getting stuck is because
you're teaching that later.
Exactly.
Right. So if you've got the time and the luxury to go through that and do that, then go for it. But if you don't, this is why I created One Comma Club. So OFA is 35 hours. People are like, Paul, like said, I have a full-time job. Like I don't have 35 hours to even get through the content. It's great content. And I'm not saying don't do it. I'm saying go through One Comma Club machine, make some money, test your offers, see if you're even headed in the right direction, if it's something that people want or need instead of spinning in your head like I was, right? Like every single healthcare program that I built too, same thing, instant energy instruction manual, 3 nutritional hacks, performance wheel, fire in your belly body, which is the root cause of all your problems, fountain of youth formula. I've taught these courses, they're amazing courses, but the demand wasn't as high as I thought. So I was like, maybe I shouldn't have wasted my time creating all these courses. So Stephen Larson's thing is to test your offers. And I was like, oh, the One Comma Club machine, I can test all this stuff to see if it's even stuff that people want. Maybe people don't think they get stuck, Jordan. Of course they do. We know they do. But maybe they won't even admit it. Maybe you bring out Obstacle Smasher. And I think it's great because I can admit that I get stuck. Of course, everyone knows I'm the girl on fire, so I just plow through no matter what. And I have my own system for getting through stuff. And you asked a very smart question, by the way, very smart of you to ask brilliant questions. You asked me, how do I get through obstacles? Because clearly, even though it's imperfect, I'm still going forward. And that's what people are looking for right now in this time is the leaders who are just constantly showing up. And I actually posted a video right now, which is amazing, on one of my pages on consistency. It's a beautiful video. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. I don't know where I posted. I posted all over this place this morning. It really inspired me because one of my words of the year is courage. And he talked about where courage comes from. And I loved that. So
Okay, that answers my question of
Perfect.
which one I should do, and do that one first and then the other one.
It's totally up to you. But the reason, once I learned all the core funnels and how they fit into this value ladder, I was like, oh, OFA fits down here. Oh, Steven and all the 2 Comma Club coaching teaches you to start with a mid-tier product. And that's why you run the beta program. And right now, the $1,000 comes from 10 people paying $100 to do your $1,000 launch, right? Gordon has to go. Cool, he's gonna look at the page. He was the one I want to answer questions for, but that's cool. So what other questions have I not answered in here? Follow-up problems for pottery. Carol, did I answer that? You got where to get the follow-up problems from now? Give me a thumbs up if that's true. She's saying no.
Well, she's not saying anything.
All right. Where do you go? For follow-up problems, you start publishing on your page while go to the Earned While You Learn program. I'm going to refilm it. I told someone this yesterday, Paul or Jordan, that I'm going to refilm the Earn While You Learn program because I made a Word doc, but I'm going to refilm it because it's good stuff. So it's basically a social media strategy. Publish your stories and your frameworks, invite people into your group, ask those people in the group where they're stuck. They will tell you what the follow-up problems are. So I hope that's clear. If not, it will be when I film the course. How do I get access to all these programs? Chilumba. Well, you get into my free group because it's free for now. I think we just talked about this. So I'll post the link.
Yes, Karen, I'm listening. First of all, great pleasure to meet you. I have had a lot of funnels. I've traveled to see people like Peng Jun. I've been in one of his programs, and yeah. However, I have a brick and mortar business. I am developing a consulting business where I want to put all these knowledge products, all right? And so I'm curious now. Look, in the part of the world where there is an expenditure, $100 is like it's a lot of money for now. So all I'm saying is this. I've been providing value for a number of years now. I don't have a huge list, but what made me even sign up for your program is the ideology behind it, that you want to put value up front. And now I'm curious and excited to learn from you and see how much more we could get this. So I see that you have a lot of values that I also have. And so it's an exciting opportunity to join you.
Sweet. So you were cutting out a lot. So if you can type your question as well, I want to hear you. I heard, this is what I caught out of that. One, that you've traveled and you've learned a lot. You heard from or signed up for Peng Jun's program, which is the content machine, I'm guessing. And that you've been providing value to a tribe, and that $100 is a lot of money. So I actually made a video about all the ways you could get to your first 1,000. And some of it was with a $17 product, you know? This one girl, I always compare everything I do. I don't have her book right now. I love show and tell. This one girl I love, Carol, if you know somebody who needs this, I know us women will always stick together. Sorry guys, but just if this is too much information, it's no filter Friday every day in my world. So just deal with it. So here's the deal. Chilumba, I will definitely give you a link to my group, and I'll get you there. So this girl, Natalie Hodson, has something called Abs, Core, and Pelvic Floor. And she teaches people how to stop peeing their pants after having a baby, which happens for a lot of women. Right, Carol? It just happens. So she actually has a program. It's $37. It's an amazing digital book. The upsell bump order is for the physical book, and she has a $37 program and an invite to a Facebook page, which she also charges for. So she has upsells up to $100, but nothing in her funnel is more than $100. And so, Chilumba, if you know anything about funnel hacking, you can funnel hack her. It's an amazing product. I have so many clients who've had babies who have this problem. So I looked into her program so I could bring it to them. And I don't know if she has an affiliate program, but my goal with this group is that we can all affiliate with each other once we get to that $1 million mark. So Natalie Hodson, I just say, like, what could I create that's so much value because she got to $1 million with a $37 product with her bump orders only going up to $100. Like, think about that. How many people have bought abs, core, and pelvic floor? Like, who's got the calculator ready, right? Like $1 million worth of $37 products, or $1 million worth of $100 products.
$37 million.
If everyone bought her bump order, it's a $100 order, right? So how many people bought her $37 product to get to the $1 million? You know, you can do the math whichever way you want it. I'm suggesting for this beta launch of the One Comma Club machine that you run 10 people through it at $100, which is your $1,000 in a week, right? So you do whatever is right for your product, for your audience. Like Carol, maybe your product is a lower tier item because it's fun. It's not like pottery isn't a necessity right now, like toilet paper. Just saying, okay? I've seen some really funny things about toilet paper. Actually, I posted a really funny thing that this guy did on TikTok, this dad. Oh my God, I sent it to all my family last night. It was hysterical. The guy was talking about how many shits per sheet. And like he was it's the funniest thing I've seen come out of this so far. It was so funny. So I posted it last night, like a laugh for you before bedtime. So if you want to check that out, it'll make you laugh anyways. But he could have attached that to a toilet paper affiliate link. You know what I mean? Like, people are just going nuts right now. So yeah, Paul, it was funny, right? Did it literally make you laugh out loud? Like, so if you can create some viral content, I'm working with this VA right now to clean up my contest offer that I had for Made You Laugh, because I think that could be viral right now. Carol obviously submitted already. It's awesome. She did a great job. So if you haven't checked out, she tagged me. She did all the hashtags. She did it all properly. But my coach last night said, no, Keren, no, it's wrong because you're in 2 niches. Stop that. So I'm like, all right, I'll refilm it and I'll just put in my 1 niche. But I feel the pain that everyone has of both problems right now. People want to move online and people want to be healthy. And I serve both of those. Like, it's so hard for me to shut one of those down right now because everybody on my list is interested in one or the other or both. It's like, why would I shut that down when I can serve film? So Talumba, my main strategy right now in publishing is to serve in this time of need. But I'm not serving without intention. I'm serving to get leads, to get exposure, to build my programs, to film them, so that when this crisis is over, I can sell it. And I have a ton of social proof because you guys who came along with me are my success stories. So I'm doing, if you know, you don't even know, Paul is in my One Comma Club machine. He knows I am busting my butt right now. I got round the clock workers working on this funnel to make sure it's complete so you guys don't have to build, making sure you can test your offers fast, making sure every single piece is in there, making sure every single question and problem is solved, making sure that I've thought of everything so that when you go through it as a DIY program, you can have success like instantly. Like, Paul, tell me if I'm wrong.
I think you're right.
No, you're right on. You're right on. So, I mean, I needed direction, I needed a path, and I got both. And, you know, like I said in my testimonial video, I mean, I've been working on this stupid crap for 5 years trying to figure it out. I mean, even the nuances of the stuff for the virtual hackathon, which I'm only halfway through, you know, I mean, for everybody, this entire thing is a learning process for all of us, including Keren. You know, when I first met her a few months ago, she said, I'm about 8 or 9 months ahead of you. Okay, well, some of us may be more advanced in other areas and stuff. But what we found, and Keren and I had, a long conversation yesterday, it's an epiphany. We had to keep moving backwards and moving backwards and moving backwards because we agreed that the funnel is about step 7 in a 10-step process. So you got to do steps 1 through 6 first. And we didn't even know what those were. So the big value epiphany that we both had and that we're continuing to have is, all right, where do I start? And it comes with questions. We kept moving backwards and moving backwards because the funnel, I mean, I had to go up and set up a custom URL, which meant that I had to buy use a domain name that I already have. Then I had to get security on it. Then I had to do a custom email address for that so that I don't send a bunch of spammy emails out from a Gmail account, which is going to get flagged anyway. So I'm in all those processes. Then I've got to craft the email to send out to kind of a cold list and then figure out what I'm going to offer them. So anyway, but there's so many little things this group offers, and Keren as our leader in there, because she's willing to do the digging, and she's made so many mistakes that many of the different little things, the little segments, the little pieces are coming together and all of us will be able to take advantage of it. So don't get frustrated is what my message is here. Don't get overwhelmed. Don't get frustrated. Be bold and ask the questions. Because if you don't, we're all going to assume you're on the same place. And so those questions will reveal answers. And when I'm back in my days as a restaurant manager, we knew that only 10% of people will actively complain. So there was 9 out of 10 people that had a complaint that we missed and never said anything. And if you're going to do the same thing, you might as well just give up. So stand up, be bold, raise your hand, ask the questions so that we can get answers for you, because I may already have been through that thing that has kept you or me or whoever else from taking, a place you got stuck. I may have been stuck there and go, oh, well, here's the solution to that. Well, I need a custom email address. Okay, here's the solution to that. And here's how you do it for free. Instead of paying GoDaddy $6 a month for an email address, I got it for free. Instead of paying $100 or $200 or $300, have somebody set me up an SSL for my website, my domain name, I got it for free. And so, I say all that to say this: ask the questions. We're all going to get there. Some of you will have to be dragged along. Some of you we will have to try to run hard to keep up. And some of you will just be walking along like it's nothing and everything will be in its perfect time. But ask all the questions so we can all move forward. That's the mom myself.
Paul and Jordan have probably been my most active participants with asking questions. And I think that what Paul said to me when he first met me, and thank you for saying all that, but Paul, you said, I want to believe in this game. I want to get in the game, and nobody seems to be responsive. Do you remember that, Paul?
Oh, yeah.
And so what did you say about my situation? Because you were like, I don't want to talk to another person. I don't want to jump in another course. I want direction, but like, I don't want to buy another $100,000 course or $10,000 course. But you were like, but you seem different.
Yeah, and that's one of the things there is you were responsive. And how many times do you send a text message to somebody and they don't respond for a day or an hour or at all? I'm like, look at my phone. I don't have any there's not one red number on here. No unanswered text message, no unlooked at email. And that's because I respond and I expect a response from somebody, and I'll work with anybody. I'll go to the mattresses with you if you'll respond and you'll interact. I don't want to be a nuisance, and then this interplay will help us all out. But that's how I am. I've got to be able to communicate when I need. I don't ask just to be asking and to have the interplay. I ask because I'm stuck. And that's how Keren was different. Is I've tried to work with these gurus and whatever, and don't mind paying for stuff. But if you're going to ignore me, I don't care.
I've never found any of them to ignore me. They always had people that helped me.
So Paul, I think what Paul's saying is like the big guys, they're untouchable, right? They have barriers, they have coaches. And I think, Jordan, you were even saying this the other day, like their coaches said, go back and watch this video. And you're like, well, it's not in that video, right? Thanks for your help. Thanks for nothing, like, yeah, you responded to me, but You literally didn't give me any answers. And I think that's what Paul's saying is I'm very responsive and I'm getting the answers because I'm hungry for your success. I'm hungry for your success stories. I personally need those stories to make the model proven. And that's why I'm working so hard right now. That's why I'm getting back to everybody like lightning speed. That's my desire. And yes, the goal is at some point that I will be large enough as I work with these giants and I get on their stages that I have barriers too. I just hired a VA for that reason. So very shortly, I will be hopefully untouchable by everybody. But this first group, this is how you build the momentum. I'm teaching you what to do by doing it. So you had some questions in here. I wanted to address this, but Paul,
let me say this other thing, Keren.
Sure.
What did they say to you when you were on the group call with the Stephen Larson's people? You're recreating OFA.
So actually, they were saying to me, you're just another affiliate. How are you different? And I was like, how rude. I'm not just another affiliate. I have 30 years in business. I started my first company when I was 12 and I got my backup. But of course, I'm paying them $45,000 to coach me. So I had to be a little bit open. But I was like, I've done this. I've done that. I'm amazing. Don't you know? Right? And then I had to listen. And they were like, yeah, but why would they come to you over the other people? What is it that you do differently? And I was like, I do a lot of things differently. Like, tell us about that. And I was like, huh. Yes, because I am using a lot of Russell's tools. I am using a lot of Stephen Larson's tools. And so he said, you just need to create your own method, which is exactly what the 1 comma club in a week method is. But he's like, you can't call it that because that's Russell's brand, right? So I was like, okay, I do have my map. So Chilumba, I think it was, asked, so landing page. So I created landing page in a day from a training that Jim Edwards did. And I found that people were not coming out of the OFA with a landing page. And so the Stephen Larson's team was like, so what's different? I'm like, 35 hours versus 1 hour. They're like, your program's an hour? I'm like, well, I mean, I just broke my board here, but basically, all right, I'll just leave that on the ground. So basically, what's the difference, right? What I was finding was people were not completing the OFA. And once I added it all up, because everyone's big question was, how much time is it? I added it all up. I went through every single module and I added up all the hours. And that's if you don't do all the activities, which Jordan and Paul, you know, is a lot. So if you don't do it all, it's 35 hours. If you just breeze through and understand the strategies and the concepts. My 1 comma club in a week machine is so far 1 hour of content. Is that more doable? Just a little bit. I'm not saying it's going to give you every strategy that you need, and it's intended for people who have been through the OFA and got stuck somewhere along the way. However, I think there's huge value in having an end. The other thing is the OFA is not end to end. It doesn't show you how, and this is, I think, what Chilumba was just asking. So I didn't actually explain this. So thank you for asking the question. And I think Paul is so brave because he's like, you know, he was joking the other day. He's like, you're my online girlfriend right now. And I was like, yeah, because he keeps asking me questions. But then every time he asks a question, I make a video, I make a resource, I put it in the 1 comma club machine training. So this is how it went down. It was landing page in a day, right? Build your landing page in 1 day, not 3 months, right? And you're going to do it from a campaign that you do, an email that you send out that I created. And then on the front end and the back end, there needs to be a launch and there needs to be a follow-up, or what we call a FUF, follow-up funnel. Because if we just wrote FU for follow-up, that would be bad. So
that was a good one.
Just saying. Just saying, it's a little rude. So this is basically the 1 comma club strategy, right? Is landing page, here's your launch sequence, here's your follow-up sequence, and here's what you do to get the content for your landing page. So that's why you have to meet certain requirements for the 1 comma club. And if you don't, then you have to go back to earn while you learn. So I'm going to make a video of that in the group later today, the tactics, right? I'm going to go live on my page and say, well, I'm live on my page right now. And then I'll go in. So usually I don't teach the tactics, but in this time of need, I need more success stories, and a lot of people need to go online and make money. So I wanted to have 10 people in this group. So I have Team Russell, people who have not done, it should be Harry Potter themed because everything else I have is Harry Potter themed. If you don't know already, I'm a super Harry Potter freak as well as a Survivor freak. Oh, I have my sorting hat right here. So I was filming the other day with my sorting hat. If you're a Harry Potter fan, yes, I'm a geek and I love it. So I sorted you guys into 3 categories. Category number 1 is people who have never heard of the OFA but have heard of funnels. Category number 2, which is Team Boom, are people who have started the OFA and know about Mr. Steven Larson and not finished it and not get the $1,000 yet. This is my sorting hat, my Harry Potter sorting hat. And then category 3 is my Team Unicorn, which are people who have finished the OFA, know all about how important scripts are, and know about Jim Edwards. So those are the 3 categories. And I still need one more person in that program to have my 10 stories. So if you know anybody who feels like they're ready, and that's why I was getting on the phone with Gordon to say, Gordon, you disqualified yourself, but you really are ready. He has a list. He just doesn't want to burn through it. And my process, Paul, tell me if you disagree. My process, which you went and built the landing page in a day, but my process with this email tells you what to build a landing page in a day. So it makes it so much better that you won't burn through your list. Would you agree?
Right. And that's what I'm working on this weekend. I mean, I wasn't going to launch, landing page in a day. I just had to figure, I got to communicate with the list. I got to get them warmed up because, at some point here over the next week or so, I want to make them an offer, right?
So that was the other point. Then Paul came to me with a question like, I'm just blasting this launch email out to them so I know what to put in landing page in a day. And I had to back up even further. This was our epiphany last night, right? All right, Paul, you haven't talked to your list in 9 months. They're cold now. They don't know you. They're not following you. They're not following you on social media. They don't know who you are. So how do you get a landing page in a day? It's in my group.
I've got a couple comments in that question.
Cool. So I'll go through them. But basically, the landing page in a day is not where you want to start, Chalumba. That was the problem. Paul built the landing page in a day. Now that he's doing One Common Club, I've taken landing page in a day out because you don't know what to put in your landing page, just like Carol doesn't know what the follow-up problems are. There's a process to this. And every time we had a question, I started backing up and I was like, oh, wait a sec. Oh, wait a sec. Oh, wait a sec. So you can't build your landing page unless Chalumba, maybe Chalumba's able to because he's been serving the community for 3 years, I think he said. So maybe he can, but Carol can't because she doesn't know the follow-up problems. Like I know when someone starts on my whole food supplement, all the follow-up problems. I could build a landing page for them right now because I know that they're afraid with allergies because they've got people who want to get rid of allergies who are starting on the whole food supplement. I know that they have food sensitivities. I know that they have GI disturbances like Crohn's, colitis, and IBS or autoimmune disorders. So when they get on the whole food supplement, they know anything can make their butt explode, toilet paper needed, totally get it. Just saying, right? So when I start them on the whole food supplement, I have to start them on a different protocol and I know what their follow-up questions are going to be. So if I have this allergy and this food, it's in there. Should I take it? Should I not take it? Should I take it with food, away from food? How fast do I start? How slow? Blah, blah, blah. I know all their follow-up questions. And that's where the follow-up program starts. Okay. So I don't know if that made any sense, but let me go back to the top and make sure I didn't miss anything. So let's go all the way back. So if you have more questions, just type them in while I'm reading here. So
I have a question.
Okay, so just type, do you want to go first before I answer all these questions? I was just going to go in order.
Okay. I know that I've been doing the OFA and the challenges, and I love the challenges because they challenge me. And
you're awesome.
But if you don't have time for them, don't do them. And what Paul was saying is he was saying, don't compare yourself to others. Don't compare yourself to Keren or anyone else because that just slows you down and ruins you. So the question is should I finish the OFA quickly and then keep moving on? or not?
Great question. So actually, this is another thing that Paul had clarity on. He's like, okay, Keren, you're posting all this cool stuff and I want to follow you. And Carol's been like my super follower. She's been posting, commenting on everything. What should I be doing? When should I be doing it? Right? Is that the question?
No, the question is if I should, after I finish the OFA, and should I do it quickly or should I do it slowly? And I mean, I'm still going to do the challenges and everything, but I am wondering, I know that there are other hard programs.
So I think I answered this at the beginning. So it's the same answer. It depends on you. If you don't have a need for time and money, if you have lots of time and you have lots of money right now, keep going through the OFA.
I don't.
Then jump on the one comma club, but you need certain things to do the one comma club. So what you need to do the one comma club is a list. If you don't have a list, then you have to go back and do earn while you learn. So I'm going to map this all out in the group later, but basically what I learned, right, in this process was the Brunson Stack Army wasn't getting people to the $1 million 2 comma club award, which was the goal, right? So I started building all these steps in between. So Paul said, I'm doing OFA. Should I do earn while you learn? Yes. When? When Stephen Larson teaches you about publishing. Are you there yet, Jordan?
I am actually, I think, a mission away. So that's good.
So if you're not, I can actually do a summary of what I do for publishing because it's changed since Funnel Hacking Live. So this is why we get on these calls. Then I'm going to make a new product, right? I went to Funnel Hacking Live. I know what Russell taught. He taught a new framework for story that includes the 2 heroes' journeys. And he included a whole training on frameworks, which I actually did in the group as well. So I'm going to hop on.
I was watching all of Jim Edwards' videos, which was taking forever.
Cool. Okay, I'm going to hop off in about 5 minutes because I haven't eaten and I just got huffed at. So that's my cue to get off. It's all good. So if you don't have a list and you're not ready for one comma club, what makes you ready for one comma club? You have a list, you have an existing business, you have an existing product. You're not going to sell that existing product. You're going to sell the follow-up problems to that existing product, i.e. Carol sells pottery class. She's going to sell follow-up problems. You're going to ask your people what their follow-up problems are in the one comma club, so you'll find out what they are. But you need to have a group or a list or an existing business, an existing product, and you need to have at least one result. So Chilumba, if you've been serving for 3 years, oh, we just lost him. It's okay, I'm on live. So if you have been serving for 3 years, then you should have at least one result. And if you don't, I'll give you a script for gathering your results. So basically, get in the Brunson Stack Army, do the earn while you learn, while you're doing the OFA, and get to the point on publishing. Or I'm going to do now, because of this call, this is what's been happening, right? Is I get on the calls, I learn what you guys need, and now I'll do a new training on this. And then I'll order them. And then once you have a list of following that you can ask questions to, then you do the one comma club in a day. Or in a day, I wish. It would be really cool. We're getting everyone to track how long it's taking them. So it's a 1 hour course, but then 3 days in doing the work, and then 1 week to convert. That's kind of the goal. So we're all trying to convert by the end of the month. So we'll see how it works because we're adding all these steps. And then the 2 comma club, and I'm going to do training on story selling and course creation after that because I'm going to teach you how to run your beta course. That's the process. So back to questions so I can hop off. All right. So let's go up to the top. So funnels. So Chilumba asked, I have an idea of what funnels are. Does anyone, okay, I'm going to do this fast. So the funnels is just a sales message and an offer. And one of the reasons why I created one comma club is because you don't know what people will buy and you only sell what people vote for with their wallets. So even if it's a small ticket item, you only sell what people vote for with their wallets. Or if you're doing free like me, you're doing it for testimonials. That's it. Great, Carol. Glad to have you here. Follow-up problems for pottery. Yep. So ask your people. Immune compromise. I know that. I have solved things for people. So you're in my plant-based group. and you can ask any questions in there. How do you get people into your group? Gordon, we already addressed that. We lost Gordon as well. Oh, Chilumba's back. Awesome. So how do you get peeps into your group? So the call to action, we already talked about that. Anyone who feels that talking about a product is salesy are not ready for change. Yes, so even if you do a small call to action, yeah, they're not gonna be the ones that'll jump on it for sure. Why can't we do an OFA funnel? We talked about that, unless you have lots of money or a big list. What success did I have with all those courses? My other courses, not much. That's why I created this one. Columba, loving my style. I'm happy to hear that because some people do not appreciate my style of bluntness and playfulness. Carol, you have a beginning list. A lot of people disqualify themselves for that. You can merge mine too as you're providing free classes for little ones. Cool. Right now, I would be going live about that. You know, you know what I learned actually from my own self this week about that? Here's a big thing about publishing. People need advance notice, so you need to make a schedule and you need to post it with a time and date because people need to know when to show up. They're around right now, but they need to block the time. So now is a good time to get them into your world and start lead genning for free. And if you're offering free classes for little ones right now, Carol, what mom wouldn't be interested in that? And I would actually have a little list of all the supplies that they need and where they can buy them, and hopefully have something that can be drop shipped to their house, right? So online, that's great. You could do one for adults, you could do one for teens, you could do one for kids, whatever you want. It'd be great lead gen for you. And then you'd find out what the follow-up problems are. One of the follow-up problems I already know is where to get all the supplies. How do I access all these programs? Chilumba. So everything is in the group, but like Paul said, it's been a bit disorganized because I've been making changes and adapting. And Jordan was actually asking to get on a call with me the other day and did an amazing testimonial because he's like, can you give me the newest version of what you're doing here? Like, can you catch me up? Because when I came into the group, 3 months ago, everything's changed. And that's because I'm being adaptable and listening to the follow-up problems that you guys have, right? So Chilumba, you can get access to them all. They're in the group and I will post the link. Or if someone has the link to the group and can post it, that would be awesomely helpful. Actually, I have a whole pre-frame, which is another sales technique you guys should know about. I have a whole pre-frame for that. So let me post it to him so he can see all the pre-frame. Pottery comes last. Yeah, maybe pottery's not the best thing to sell right now, Carol. Maybe you have some other things that you know about. Oh, here's a fun one. I have 3 programs that I teach. They're like games. And I've been wanting to teach this live. So maybe you guys can be my, I don't want to say test dummy group. That sounds mean.
It's all right.
But my guinea pigs. There we go. My guinea pigs for this. So I've taught this many times, but I don't actually have it in a format and I want to because it's fun. I have a Find Your Purpose game. I have a Skill Finder game. And I have a Advanced Questions game. And they're all really, really fun. And I had some other people asking for it, but I haven't actually done it. So maybe we'll launch that and we'll get on live and I will do those 3 games and I'll have it filmed. Exactly what I'm telling you guys to do right now. Do you get that? Film your products, teach the stuff for free, give right now. Get your testimonials, use that to promote your products later. I understand it's not solving, if you want to charge for them, great. Charge a little bit. If you don't want to charge for them, don't. Build assets. Are you hearing me? Cool. So custom email, Zoho account. So Carol, there is a whole training that I did in the One Comma Club machine for Paul. So I will post that in the group. I got to write it down or I won't do it. How to hook up custom email. If you are on the $297 version of ClickFunnels with my affiliate, you already have access to that. I'll just show you where to find it. Chilumba, what I did over the past few days. How do I do that? I'm struggling with landing page. Okay, you're struggling with landing page because you don't know what to put in it. So you have to follow the One Comma Club program that I have, which is free right now, by the way. What? Carol, I know you like talking to me, but I've been on huge stage. I love that you love talking to me, and that's awesome. I have been on large stages with Jack Canfield. I've been on large stages with I've taught at Les Brown's Maximum Potential Institute. I have taught Tony Robbins Business Mastery grads. There is zero reason why I should be running a free program right now, honestly. Yeah. The reason why I'm doing it is because I have a huge, huge need to get success stories on this project that I want. It's the only reason why you guys have access to me right now as it is, to be honest. So as soon as I have those, the goal is to create barriers and create walls. And you're going to want to do that for your people too. Because here's the thing. I used to talk. I know a lot of people who talk to their people down here. Where are we? Down here on the value ladder. My goal is to have you go through all my programs. And then I talk to you up here, which is the equivalent of Russell Brunson's 2 Comma Club group. Once you know all my stuff, and I'm not teaching the stupid basics, no offense, over and over and over again, right? Once I'm not teaching all the basics and you know how to talk to people anywhere, anytime, you know how to get stuff done. I don't want to talk to people like, no offense, like I say it like it is, and some of you appreciate that about me and some of you don't, but this is me attracting my tribe, okay? Jordan's laughing at me because he knows. Like,
well, can I chime in?
Yeah.
Keren knows way, 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 way more than the rest of us. I can promise you that. She is the hardest worker I've ever met. And she is doing this because eventually she wants to go on. You know, she needs to create new programs. She needs to do other things, and she can't do it by talking to other people. It's just not possible.
right. So here's what I've learned. In my healthcare programs, in my wealth programs, what I was doing was meeting people at the beginning of the journey, which is what I'm doing with you guys right now, right? I'm meeting you guys down here or down here. And my goal is to build the systems and structures that I need in order to only talk to people that are over here. Because you have better questions for me at this point. I'm not teaching the basics over and over again. It's not that I don't love you. It's not that I don't want to hang out with you. I want to bring you guys with me so that you guys are the people I talk to in my 2 Comma Club group, or the equivalent, right? So that I'm teaching only, like, I have so many sales advanced tactics that I've learned in my 30 plus years of business. This funnel game is a new tactic. That's it. The principles that I have are advanced tactics. And even some of you aren't winning at this game because you don't have the background that I do, which is what Jordan said about comparing yourself. Like, one, I want to actually obliterate that. And I told Jordan I was going to start posting some stuff that might offend some people, and please have my back with trolls because it's going to happen. I'm going to start saying, stop dropping your links everywhere. People are annoyed by your spam. Great that you finally got a link up and running. You have a landing page. Who cares? Tell us your story. Let us connect with you. Let us get to know you, right? Carol commented on my Survivor thing. She's just like laughing her head off at me the other night because I was like, ah! She's like, I don't even watch Survivor, but I love your enthusiasm. Whatever, let them laugh at you, whatever. What I'm saying is you're going to compare yourself. That's human nature. So I wouldn't say, and I love you, Jordan, so much. You know I'm saying this with all the love in my heart, but you are going to compare yourself. Don't say don't compare yourself, because in the laws of attraction, that alludes to the fact, like, okay, close your eyes for a second. Close your eyes.
Hold on.
If you want to play, close your eyes for a second and picture red. Now, don't picture red. How's that work for you? All you're seeing is red. Now open your eyes, look around your room and see what's red in the room that you're in. Pick out all the things that are red. Can you do that? Look around your room, pick out all the things that are red. I got some red stuff. I don't know about you. Okay. Now close your eyes. Play again. You got some red stuff? Give me a thumbs up if you got some red stuff. Yes, I see your flag, Carol. You got some red stuff?
Yep.
Yep. Okay, now close your eyes. Tell me how many things in your room are green.
I don't know.
No idea. Okay, because you can't say don't. My point is you can't say don't judge your success by other people. I'm saying judge yourself by success of other people. If you see people that are doing stuff better, faster than you,
Yeah.
but you want, judge yourself, not to stop you, but to determine where you want to go. There's some people that I know that are huge in business, and I wouldn't trust them as far as I could throw them. I don't like them. I don't like the way they talk. I don't share their beliefs. I don't like anything about them. So I'm judging them and judging myself at the same time. you're going to judge. That's human nature. You're going to compare. That's human nature. What you want is to send out a message, and this was hard for me as well. Send out a message and start publishing. And I told you, Jordan, I'm going to start pulling some people in, and I'm going to start pushing some people away by my posts. And I got trolled hard on a couple of posts last week. And it hurts my soul because I'm kind.
Ace.
I love people. I'll just mute you out there, Jordan, for a second. So basically, I am going to start posting some more edgy stuff on my opinions, but people are attracted to your values and beliefs or they're repelled, and you want that. I don't want people who are not Harry Potter fans. I'm sorry if you're not a Harry Potter fan, but I love Harry Potter. So you're going to have to catch up if you don't love Harry Potter. That's all there is to it, because it is more epic than Star Wars. Sorry, but that's the truth. So this is what it is, okay? So compare, but compare good and bad. Compare your beliefs and your values, okay? All right, what else we got?
All right, I don't want to go against this. I know that I compare myself to you all the time.
So
I compare myself to Tony Robbins and all that, and I catch myself in it, and I'm just like, okay, you know that she has more experience than you, and you're not going to be able to catch up very fast, but that's your goal. And I make it my goal.
That's what I'm saying. So use it to motivate you, not to hold you back. Because I honestly, actually, I'll tell you this. This is really funny. The first time that I decided I could be a speaker, actually two things. One, I had horrible facial acne. So bad that I had pitted holes in my cheeks. And I'm not saying I have perfect skin, but I thought everyone was staring at me, not staring at my skin, not me. So I was never going to be on something called Facebook. I was behind the camera. So first of all, I had to deal with that.
Oh my God.
Okay. So I was never going to be on something called Facebook because I was working in the dark as a physical therapist, not wanting to show my face to the world. Number two is I never wanted to be a speaker. I never wanted to be a coach. I thought that was a dirty word. I was like, everybody can call themselves a coach. I'm not a coach. And someone accused me of being a coach at He Who Should Not Be Named's event. And I was like, I'm not a coach. And he's like, there's this guy and this guy and this guy and Brendan Bouchard and Tony, and then like, not Tony Robbins, but there's this guy and this guy. And you're like up here. And I was like, what? He thinks I'm good. He thinks I know stuff. His name is Henry. He's like, he holds a special place in my heart forever, Henry Kahn. And he accused me of being a coach for the first time. And I was like, oh my God. But I even wouldn't have been in that room if it wasn't for these two girls. Oh gosh, I got to get this for you one second.
I gotta pee.
All right, this is my vulnerable story moment. All right, 1 second. This is a banner that I had made up for my first event called Storyboard to Success Roadmap. And the giants all told me I had to change my brand and change my name because they all sucked. I can't get it out for you guys. Hold on. So basically, I saw these two girls. I didn't think I could be a speaker. Sorry, that was really loud. All right. So this girl, Sandy. So I thought I couldn't be a speaker. And these two girls showed up with tights and tutus and were on stage in front of hundreds of people going, sorry if we offend, we don't mean to swear. And I was like, you can show up in tights and a tutu? Like, you could be a speaker on stage and not have the perfect hair and the perfect nails and the perfect heels and the perfect clothes and the perfect jewelry. You could I could do this. Oh my God. Epiphany Bridge, right? And this girl, Sandy, at my first Storyboard to Success Roadmap event in Florida, brought me a purple tutu. And I wore it for the rest of the event. No joke. I'm not a girly girl. I don't wear tutus. Like, I don't do that. But I wore this tutu for the rest of the event, which is why I had to get a picture of her on the banner. And actually, she might be joining the One Comma Club program. I love her to death. She's an amazing lady. If you ever get the chance to meet her, talk to her, I love her. So, right, all these people are going to be in my book, and we're going to upbrand and all that fun stuff. So, anyway, so that was my limiting beliefs. That was my, I needed proof that I could do this. I needed other people to look up to and to compare myself to and be like, oh, you know, my first presentation I did in heels because I thought I was supposed to be in heels, and I almost fell flat on my face in the first 30 seconds. So I made a decision to kick off the heels and do the presentation in my freaking socks rather than fall on my face and have a bloody nose. My first speaking engagement in front of like 150 people. It was amazing. I did a really good job. I wish I had recorded it. It was so good. It was a training on customer care from my network marketing company, and it was amazing. But in the very, very beginning, in this room full of very pretty girls with very pretty hair and very pretty makeup and very pretty this and that, like I'm like Sporty Spice. I always say that. I'm like Sporty Spice. If I can work in yoga pants all day and workout clothes, I'm happy. You know, that's me. So that's me. Like, but I didn't know that I could be me and be a speaker. I didn't know that I was allowed to be me. You know, that was my epiphany, but it only came from comparing people. So anyways, that was a side rant. All right. Is there anything else here? I got to go eat. Access to the programs, we already showed that. Get into your group. Buying or learning pottery. Zoho account. So Carol, I just wrote down how to hook up custom emails and all that. And any questions, guys, like, do you see how dedicated I am? Just post them in the group. That's the only place I can keep track of them all. Post them in the group. What I did over the past few days, struggling with landing page. Okay, Chilumba, we addressed that. Don't do your landing page. That's the problem. Carol, I love that you love talking to me. Landing page in a day. Oh, am I selling traffic secrets from Jim? Okay, so traffic secrets is a whole nother conversation. I will go live about traffic secrets as well. Jim is selling his own affiliate. I know a lot of people that are buying traffic secrets like over and over and over and over from multiple people so that they can get all the bonuses, which I think is hysterical. I don't have a huge list, but how do I get landing page in a day? Yeah. So Chilumba, you do the Ask campaign, which goes in front of it. And I have a format for that in the One Comma Club. If you think you qualify for the One Comma Club, I will repost the qualifications, or I'll tag you in the post for the qualifications for One Comma Club in a week. And I think I'm gonna tag Gordon in that as well. All right. Jordan, you already know where you're stuck. So you have to,
I know.
You gotta serve first. Work up to qualifying, right? Clay pottery, we already addressed that. Showing that in the first video live. Carol, I'm showing that in the first video, but not doing live until I figure this out. Free video for little ones. Okay, I can be a dummy. Okay, first of all, never say that again. I don't want to ever hear you say that again. You are strong and smart and figuring things out. That's what I'm going to say about that.
Yep.
I just want to call you out on that. I went to.
Oh, she did after you said test dummies.
Oh, I can be a dummy. Thank you, Jordan. Great. I can be we'll do guinea pigs. Is that cool?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So, showing that. So, listen, do not. Okay, Jordan, what have I said about waiting? I'm showing.
Stop waiting. Don't wait. Never wait.
Don't wait. Do it badly. This is what Stephen Larson goes on a rant about. Okay, Russell has a story of talking to Steve, and Steve asked him, like, do you ever go back and watch your old videos? And Russell's like, ew, no, why would I ever do that? Like, they're terrible. And he's like, yeah, I think I'm going to take mine down. And Russell doesn't react to anything. He's kind of like a nonchalant kind of guy. He just kind of chills out. And he goes, no! And then, what? And then Steve's like, this is a very odd reaction from Mr. Russell Brunson. Like, no, don't do that. And he's like, why? He's like, that's how they knew you were human once. Do it badly. Do it now. Do it badly, right? I called my shot. I said, I'm going to go to the $1 Million Comma Club thing. I did it at Funnel Hacking Live intentionally. I will be on that stage. Who's coming with me? Somebody please help me. That's Eminem if you don't know. So I pointed, I was like, I did a live from Funnel Hacking Live. I will be on that stage with a group of people next year, not by myself. Josh, I love Josh's thing is like, it's only lonely at the top if you don't bring anyone with you. My sincere intention is to bring you with me, to cheer you on, to help you solve your problems, because I am further down the path. To have a group of, yes, Shalamba, to have a group of people that said, I had a fire in my belly. And Keren's tribe collected me, loved on me, helped me, and we all got there together. I want to rush the stage as a tribe, not seeing all these individual 500 people walking stage with 2 Comma Club, $1 million, $10 million, $75 million. I know they impacted their own tribe, but my goal is to bring people with me, not just to walk stage and call that shot that I'm going to be there by myself. No. Yes, I'm going to impact the people that are in my programs, in my health and my wealth programs, but I also want to bring those people with me. I want to develop my own tribe of $1 million earners so that, and if you don't already know this, you know, my whole goal is get you happy, healthy, and wealthy to heal the people, creatures, and planet. Well, duh, is that not a statement at this time, right? It came from me traveling over to Florida. There's a green sludge that's accumulating because they changed how the Everglades drain along the Florida border. It kills your liver if you come into contact with it in 24 hours, which means you're dead. No one has changed how the Everglades drain back to the old way. I don't understand, but we need to change that. I go over to LA and I'm so excited. I'm in Long Beach in LA and I'm so excited to go walk the mountains. You can't see the mountains. Why? Because of air pollution. I had no idea I wouldn't be able to see the mountains. I had no idea it was more polluted than Toronto. I had no idea that the beach, the entire beach would be shut down because of waste contamination. What does that mean? It means it was shut down because people are polluting the beach, us. That needs to change. That needs to, well, no one's at the beach now, so it's gonna get cleaned up, but like, do you know what I'm saying? I have a huge mission to take on some big problems in the world, and I need a bunch of $1 million friends to do this. That's why I'm in the trenches. That's why I'm talking to you right now. That's why my resolve is so big. That's why I'll do anything to make you succeed. That's why I'll respond to you right now. That's why I will give you all the tools that I have for free, because my mission and my goal is so much bigger than your first $1,000 online. I'm split testing a bunch of offers. Do you get that?
Yeah.
It's huge. I need people to rise up. I need people who want to rise up in this time. I need people who are hungry, who have a fire in their belly, to walk with me. I feel like that's as good a place as any to end our call today. I don't know what other questions are in there, but if I miss something, ask it in the group. I love you guys. Carol, I'm so glad people are laughing out loud about your trial camera setup. This is the contest I want to run for a while, so I am going to make it bigger. If you guys can share it and help send my message out, I'm going to refilm it with, I'm so hesitant to listen to my coaches, even though I paid them another 45 grand. They're like, choose one niche. I'm like, but I've been called like the female Tony Robbins because I can do so many things. But they're like, you're doing so many things, you're not doing anything. I'm like, okay. But I have super skills in these 2 areas that the whole world needs right now. So it's hard for me to pull back from that. And to be honest, I was running my health clinic still, so I can run these 2 niches. Like, he has no idea what I can do. I was married to a gambling alcoholic. I can do a lot at the same time. I know most people can't, but I've already built momentum in this. Chalamba, thank you. I hope that that was helpful. We will get you into the group. I'm going to send you personally the invite because there's a whole lot of pre-framing that goes in the invite, and I want you to see strategically what I do to pre-frame people coming in, because I sort people. With my values and beliefs, I sort people. You must be nice. You must be kind. You must introduce yourself to the group. Like, yes, it's a free group, but I only want people who are serious. My group isn't growing exponentially like right now because I'm not letting everybody and their brother in who wants to make money online, because that's not what I'm about. I'm about mission. I'm about purpose. I'm about raising vibration and helping humanity and creatures and people with their real struggles that are really fighting for something, not just making their next buck. I get, put the oxygen mask on yourself first. I get that concept. You have to survive to thrive. I get that. But I want to take people that want to bring a mission to the world, that want to make change. That's why I run with the Tony Robbins tribe, because they all have huge breakthroughs, huge hearts, huge givingness that other people can't even imagine. I don't want drama in my group. I won't tolerate it. I will kick you out, right? It's just not welcome. We are all on a mission. Entrepreneurship is hard enough. There's no drama allowed here at all, right? And if I catch hint of you guys cutting someone else down or making them feel bad, even though I told you that you're allowed to judge, I will kick you out of the group. I pre-frame that so that my group is clean and we're not having all this drama. Like there's not 1 ounce of coronavirus in my group right now. Not 1 ounce. It's an opportunity. One of my top funnel builders said to me about a week before Corona started shutting everything down, "The world doesn't just stop for you, Keren." I was like, just did.
Yeah, yeah, I did.
Just did. Sorry, but apparently it does. I needed my funnel builder full time. He's off. He was working at a gym. He's off. He's quarantined with me actually right now because someone in his house is sick. So he can't go home. He's living in my house now. That's it. I'm not sending him home because I need him. I need him healthy. So he's here. Full time. Working for you guys. We are working for you guys for nothing right now. For $0. For $0. Why? Because I have a mission. Okay? Love you. Have an amazing rest of your day. If you have questions, please post them in the group. I will get back to them. I will answer them. I am being extremely responsive right now because of my mission. Yes. Rise up. Be the change you wish to see in the world, because if not you, then who? This is Keren, the girl on fire. I love you. And I will see you guys soon in the group. And I will do as many lives as I need to make this process clear so that I can have clarity, so that you guys can have clarity, so we can all move forward. I love you. Spread this. If you feel like there's somebody who deserves to be in the group and wants to be, you can share my invitation to the group. Please don't spam my link to the group. I've had a bunch of people do that. I'm teaching you not to spam links. So please don't spam my link, even though you love what I'm up to. I love that you love me. I will send you, actually I'll post it in the group. If you want to invite somebody to the group, I'll send you my pre-frame, because I want to make sure that people exclude themselves if they're not nice. They exclude themselves if they're not hungry. They exclude themselves if they're not, if they're drama seekers. Like, I have no interest in that right now. Zero. I have no tolerance for it. We're on a mission. We got work to do. The people need light bearers right now. They need people who are inspirational. They need people to stand up and show the fun in the world. Carol just did this. Like, really, you got to check out Carol's video. It's really amazing. She did all the hashtags. She did the Laugh Out Loud challenge, and I want to spread that. Right now, we need something better to focus on, and people need us. So I love you. Have an amazing afternoon. I'm going to go eat, do my workout, and refilm Earn While You Learn. And maybe I'll post that you guys can hop on and do that live with me. I haven't been doing that, but maybe I'll do that. And then we'll do the games. So the goal for this afternoon was Earn While You Learn. So maybe we'll do that later tonight. I'm not as good at night, but Earn While You Learn. I used to be better at night, but so I will do that. I'm going to film that.
You're not sleeping enough. You're not sleeping enough.
It's because I'm eating too late in the day. I started intermittent fasting, and I just got to change it up a bit. I'm doing too heavy of a meal late in the day. So, but my town needs me now with these videos, and I can get paid. Awesome. Should I post that video into your group? I'm spent at night. Okay. So, so your group, so you just did an amazing video. You did all the hashtags and you tagged me in it, which is awesome. So share it wherever you feel like. That's a positivity one. Yes, share it into my group. Everything that has to do with positivity and moving forward and good vibes and progress and success is what I want to see. There's a time to reflect on what's wrong in order to improve. I will say that. There is a time to reflect on what's wrong in order to improve. However, if you dwell on it without taking action, it becomes highly negative. So I am not unaware of my mistakes. I'm not unaware of my imperfections. I didn't want to hop on today with you guys because I haven't showered, and I know you can't smell me, which is a good thing, but but I need to do my workout yet. So I was like, whatever, I'm just going live. Gordon has a question, you know, and I might as well just open it up and see who shows up. And that's what you guys need to do right now too. Open it up and see who shows up. That sounds good. I like that. Open it up and see who shows up. And you know what? If you do it perfectly, they won't trust you.
Cool. Cool.
Right? Think about that. If you are perfect, they'll be like, either it's not attainable for me, i.e. the tutu story, or they won't trust you.
Okay.
So, yes, I've been on many stages, and I will be on stage with Russell Brunson because he saved my dream. I just sent in my OFA story. I should post it in the group because it's really fun. It's me skiing down the hill with the OFA flag. Flag is upstairs because I set up a new office. So yeah, so it's fun. This is fun. Have fun with it. Be you. Be you. That's the best advice I can give. Like, so what if I freak out over Survivor? Deal. It's a social experiment. I'm learning how people think and react. That applies to my business. Maybe I'll do a segment on that. I've been thinking about that for a while. Like what Survivor has taught me about business. Boston Rob is a freaking genius at making people do things. If you don't know who Boston Rob is, I feel sorry for you. But anyway, I'm just kidding.
We're not Canadian.
You're what?
We're not Canadian.
Oh, Survivor's a U.S. show. Canadians aren't even allowed on it. They won't allow us because they know we'll kick ass. I mean, so actually we're going back and watching all the Survivors right now. So what did you just say? You must. You have all the time in the world to watch all 40 seasons to learn who Boston Rob is. And he's only on like 5 seasons. So you could just watch those ones because he's a master. But what
That's a lot of seasons for someone to be on.
I know. He's 600 hours, he says. So the thing is about Boston Rob is he helps people come to their own epiphany without telling them what to do. They're like, I don't know why I just did this. We know because we just watched Boston Rob do it. And that is what Russell Brunson teaches. He teaches you how to get in people's minds, how to help them have an epiphany. And Stephen Larson always says, use this ethically, right? Because he teaches you how to get into people's minds, open up a space for your product or service, and plunk your product or service in there. It's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. And it works. And I've been in sales for a lot of years, and there's a lot of other techniques that I pull into this stuff, like pre-framing, like creating barriers, like setting expectations. There's a lot of stuff that I include. And what I think is different about what I do, what I didn't answer to the coach last night for the 3.5-hour call that we did, oh my God, 2 nights ago, is that everything I do is I take complex things and make them simple. In healthcare, in Tony Robbins' business mastery grads, business mastery is Tony Robbins, right? He taught business mastery and they came out of there confused. And they came into Storyboard and Success Roadmap and they got a result. People are coming out of Russell Brunson's programs and they're confused, and they're coming into my program, which uses his tools, and they're getting the result. That's what I do. I take complex things and I boil it down to the lowest common denominator. And this is what you need to start with. And you can go down the rabbit hole and do 10 courses like I did later, and you can read all the books later, and you can do the OFA later, and you can do all that stuff. I'm just telling you, most people won't invest 35 hours without seeing a result. That's the truth. So I boiled down, I didn't boil down the OFA because there's a lot missing, obviously, but I boiled down the end-to-end system and made one comma club so you could get a win. So you could see that it's worthwhile playing this funnel game.
Okay.
What's that worth? A lot to a lot of people who are either starting out or have a VA and don't want to figure out all the strategies and watch all the stuff, or want to split test their offers quickly, or don't want to build. This is a genius little program, and it's a little program. It's an hour of content with the goal of being able to build everything in under 3 days, with the goal of being able to convert in a week. Most funnels take 3 months to get up and running. Now that I'm seeing it and backing up and backing up and backing up and backing up, I'm like, holy crap, the funnel's the last piece. That's why Russell built it in 10 freaking minutes. Now I see the iceberg, everything that goes below, you know? And it's like, no wonder my stuff wasn't converting. I have great programs. I have good stuff. I'm good enough, I swear. Why is no one buying? I was great at sales. I was selling $500,000 contracts for home improvements. I was a top salesperson in everything I've ever sold. Why can't I sell my own programs?
Because you haven't done it.
I have done it. I've sold my own programs, but I've sold them one-to-one. I've sold them offline. I wanted to get in this online game. Why wasn't what I was doing offline translating to this online game when I wasn't there and I couldn't build rapport and I couldn't talk to the person, I couldn't get their feedback and I couldn't answer their questions and I didn't know their follow-up problems and I didn't know what to say in the sales letter and I didn't know what were the hot points and I didn't know how to structure it and I didn't know how to tell the story to get the epiphany when I wasn't there in front of them getting their immediate feedback. That was my big dilemma going online. I sold, you know, I'm small fish, but you know, my largest company was $500,000. There's a lot of people that can't get to 6 figures. So I know how to get that far and I just wanted to reach to the next level, right? And that's why Jordan's saying comparison, right? I hit my first 6 figures when I was like 24. I started my first recurring income company when I was 12. I know some stuff about sales, you get me? It's not that I'm not capable in sales. It's that I couldn't switch my skills from offline to online. It wasn't working. Now I've developed One Comma Club and I'm testing all the knowledge I've developed over the past 4 years to see if this is enough or if we need to add more. Take away this or add that, right? This is the formula. Do we need to take away this? How much more do we need? How many more pieces need to be in there? What else can we extract? Landing page in a day doesn't work. Why? Because we need to do the pre-stuff. Oh, it's just been a troubleshooting process, right? I have no doubt in my mind, without a shadow of a doubt, this is $1 million launch that I'm doing right now. I have no doubt in my mind. That's why I'm dedicated to figuring out the kinks. So if you want to come along, come along. Love you guys. I'll see you soon. See you on the inside. I'll see you in the Brunson Stack Army because once you stack, you never go back. Bye, guys. I'm going to finish here first, and then I'll finish here. Love you. Bye.
Bye.